All right, so let's get started here. Today is July 28th. It's about 10:23. I let the market run a little bit so that I can see what's really going on here. But what we have is another update. It looks like QQQ is up 1.57%. And if we look at the charts here, we can see that it's kind of been bouncing up and down for, I guess, the last 30 days. We've had a big rise over the last few months, starting in around about January or so. And last time we said we were in a situation where we weren't quite sure exactly what would happen next. And this week is roughly the same. You see, I wouldn't even call it struggling, it's just bouncing around. We've had this week, some of the big boys came out. The earnings are strong. I think some of the reports that I've heard is that maybe 80% of the companies have had a increase in earnings of over 10%. Earlier this week, interest rates were raised again by the Fed. The VIX is the lowest that it has been all time. So there's a lot of and this morning inflation seems to be cooling a bit. So there's a lot of good news that is coming out right now. However, I'm still in a position where how much further really can we go before the market dives down a little bit? We never truly know what's going to happen. So what am I doing? Basically, this week I'll probably just keep things the same. It's not as much as I would like to have. So if I look at my portfolio in the spreadsheet, I have about 54% exposure based on the tripling effect of TQQQ and UPRO. But there is nothing that compels me to add more at this time. I have this PacWest CD. PacWest got acquired or merged earlier this week, so we'll see what happens with this CD, but I expect it to just mature as normal. Then I'll figure out what to do with that $1,000 when we get it. But if I think about the scenario that I would really like in order to invest again, is I would like a breakdown under this line. So I would like something like this to just come back down a little bit, and then I would start adding just a little bit more. I don't have very far to go, but for right now, I don't feel like I need to risk adding any more positions. So that's it for this week. Have a great weekend.